How does Audi's first full electric SUV, the e-tron, compare to Tesla's newest vehicle, the Model Y? I'm Jonathan Stewart, and welcome to Cleanerwatt. Here at the very beginning, I want to compare the purchase cost differences between the two vehicles. In the United States, the Audi e-tron is available in either the Premium Plus trim level or the Prestige trim level. The Premium Plus trim level starts at $74,800 and the Prestige trim level starts at $79,100. The Tesla Model Y can currently be ordered in either the long-range all-wheel drive variant or the performance model. The long-range all-wheel drive model starts at $52,990 and the performance model starts at $60,990. So for the rest of the examples in this video, we're going to be comparing the Premium Plus Quattro trim level of the Audi e-tron compared to the Tesla long-range all-wheel drive Model Y. Of course, the Audi e-tron has some features available that the Model Y does not have, and vice versa. The Model Y has some features that the Audi e-tron does not offer, but in its core standard features, the vehicles are very comparable. They both have power liftgate standard. They both have some kind of driver's assist software that helps avoid accidents. The Model Y has heated front and rear seats. The e-tron has heated and ventilated seats. The Model Y and the e-tron both come standard with some sort of glass roof, and they both have LED headlights and offer premium audio at these trim levels. So as we've established, these vehicles are very similar in features and very similar in their trim levels when we compare the Premium Plus Quattro to the Tesla long-range all-wheel drive Model Y. So when you compare the purchase price of the Tesla Model Y to the Audi e-tron Premium Plus Quattro trim level, you'll see that the Audi e-tron with delivery added costs $75,795, whereas the Model Y costs $54,190. And that means that the Tesla Model Y at the time of purchase is more than $21,000 cheaper than the e-tron. If you finance each of these vehicles for 6 years at a 3% interest rate with $5,000 down, you can see there that the Model Y would have a monthly payment of around $809 per month, whereas the e-tron, the monthly payment would be somewhere around $1,162. So the Model Y is considerably cheaper than the Audi e-tron, but is the Audi e-tron worth that extra difference? Let's dive into some further specification and stats and see if it really is worth that $21,000 plus difference. One of the big reasons why people purchase SUVs is of course for cargo space and passenger room. And so I think it's really important that we look at both the inside and outside dimensions of these two vehicles and see which one offers more space for passengers and cargo. So if we compare the length, the width, the height, the wheelbase, and the ground clearance of these vehicles, you can see that the Audi e-tron is 6 inches longer than the Model Y. It's just ever so slightly wider than the Model Y. It's 1.6 inches taller than the Model Y. It has a 1.5 inch bigger wheelbase, and the Audi e-tron ground clearance is 1.6 inches higher. So the Audi e-tron is a bigger vehicle than the Model Y on the outside. But surprisingly, when you actually move to the interior dimensions, the Model Y offers more space for passengers and cargo. You can see here from this chart that the Model Y has 1.2 inches more headroom in the front and almost an inch more headroom in the rear. If you look at the legroom for both the front and the rear of the vehicle, the Model Y has an inch more legroom in the front of the vehicle and 1.4 inches more legroom in the rear of the vehicle. Where the Model Y is smaller than the Audi e-tron is in the shoulder room for both front and rear seats. You can see there that for the rear it's 3.2 inches less, and for the front it's 2.2 inches less. So as we mentioned, although the Model Y is smaller on the exterior, in every interior dimension except for shoulder room, the Model Y offers more room. And this continues on when you move to the cargo space differences between the two vehicles. The Audi e-tron only offers 57 cubic feet of cargo space with the rear seats folded down, whereas the Model Y offers 68 cubic feet of cargo space. This extra 11 cubic feet of cargo space is pretty substantial, especially when you realize that the Model Y is 6 inches less in length for the exterior dimension. Now let's talk about the performance differences between the two vehicles. Elon has talked about in the past that Tesla does not make slow vehicles, and the Model Y is no exception to this rule. The Model Y is actually a very quick vehicle, and the all-wheel drive long-range version can go 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, and the performance model can go 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That's extremely quick for an SUV. The Audi e-tron goes 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and has a top speed of 124 miles an hour, whereas the Model Y Performance can reach up to 155 miles per hour. So far we've seen that the Model Y is less expensive, it offers more room in most cases for passengers and cargo, it's quicker, it's faster, and now I want to determine how much more efficient the Model Y is to the Audi e-tron. So if we go to fueleconomy.gov and compare the Audi e-tron to the Tesla Model Y, you can see that based on their data, the Audi e-tron has a mile per gallon equivalent of 74, whereas the Tesla Model Y has a mile per gallon equivalent of 121. The Model Y long-range all-wheel drive variant, according to the EPA, is rated at around 316 miles out of a 74 kilowatt-hour battery. The Model Y Performance model with a large 21-inch wheels is rated at around 280 miles of range, according to the EPA. The Audi e-tron has a very large battery at 95 kilowatt hours and is only able to achieve, according to the EPA, somewhere around 204 miles. I do realize there are people out there that have tested the Audi e-tron and have gotten better than the EPA rated range for their vehicle, but I do guarantee that it's not going to be as efficient as the Model Y in any test. So if we go off of these EPA figures, you can see that the Model Y long-range all-wheel drive variant only needs 234 watt-hours per mile and can go 4.27 miles per kilowatt-hour. These numbers as compared to the Audi e-tron, which requires 466 watt-hours per mile and can only go 2.15 miles per kilowatt-hour. So we've determined that the Model Y is definitely a much more efficient vehicle, but I want to show you why this really matters. So one of the ways that the efficiency of the Model Y is going to help you is in the actual cost you're paying for electricity. So according to fueleconomy.gov, for someone who drives 15,000 miles per year and has a mix of highway and city driving, the Model Y will cost you somewhere around $550 per year in electricity, whereas the Audi e-tron will cost you somewhere around $900 per year in electricity. So right there, there's a difference of $350 plus between the vehicles in the yearly cost of electricity. Another reason why efficiency is so important with an electric vehicle comes into play when we actually talk about charging speed, when you actually compare how many miles are added per minute of charging. So the Model Y has a max charge rate of 250 kilowatts, whereas the e-tron has a max charge rate of around 155 kilowatts. So as you can see, the Model Y is able to accept a higher charge rate than the e-tron, but how does this actually play out in a real-world example? So according to information from EV Database, the Model Y should be able to gain around 221 miles in 22 minutes if connected to a high-speed charger. The Audi e-tron should be able to gain 143 miles in 26 minutes. So as you can see, the Model Y is able to add quite a bit more range in less time, so it's going to be a much better traveling vehicle. On top of all that, the Model Y has access to Tesla's charging network, which is very vast and has a large number of very fast chargers, making it very convenient to take a Tesla Model Y on a road trip. The Audi e-tron has to rely on Ionity and Electrify America and other third-party charging networks, which are just beginning to become more available. Another really important factor to examine between the two vehicles is what kind of warranty do the manufacturers give for these vehicles. The Tesla Model Y guarantees their battery will maintain at least 70% of its original capacity for 8 years or 120,000 miles. Audi guarantees the e-tron battery for 8 years or 100,000 miles, but I couldn't find any wording on the actual guarantee for battery health. The Model Y offers a much greater powertrain warranty of 8 years or 120,000 miles, whereas the e-tron only offers a 4-year, 50,000 mile powertrain warranty. The comprehensive warranties between the two vehicles are identical at 4 years and 50,000 miles. There is one other feature set that I'd like to talk about that really sets the Model Y apart from any other vehicle, and that is the autonomous driving features that are built into the Model Y. The Audi e-tron comes with a basic Level 2 system standard, which includes Audi's Adaptive Cruise Assist with Maneuver Assist and Efficiency Assistant. It includes Active Lane Departure Prevention and Emergency Assistance. It also includes Audi's Presense 360 Intersection Assistant and Traffic Sign Recognition. The Tesla Model Y comes standard with some basic autopilot driver's assist features that are very comparable to what Audi also offers. But the Tesla Model Y, for a $7,000 upgrade, is able to receive a lot more autonomous features as we move forward and as Tesla updates their software. Every Tesla Model Y comes standard with 8 cameras, a Continental front-facing radar, 12 ultrasonic sensors, GPS and digital maps, as well as Tesla's own in-house designed full self-driving computer. Once Tesla is feature complete for their full self-driving software, this will go out to the Tesla fleet and for those who either want to pay extra for the full self-driving features or have already paid. Tesla has been dripping out more features as we move towards full autonomy, and recently they added stopping at stop signs and traffic lights in the city. So in our comparison, here's how these vehicles matched up. The Tesla Model Y has a lower cost of ownership. It has more room for passengers and cargo. It offers greater performance, greater range and efficiency. It has a much faster charging speed, a greater warranty, and has a lot more autonomous features built in. So as you can see in our electric SUV comparison, the Model Y is a much better value than the Audi e-tron. The Audi e-tron, in my opinion, is not worth the extra money. Although it is a nice vehicle and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy the vehicle, the Model Y offers a lot more for the money. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something as well. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, if you click the bell icon, you'll be notified when new videos are published. Also, if you did like the video, please consider clicking the like button so other people can find the video. And also, if you'd like to find out more about helping me create more content in the future, please check out the Patreon community link that I'll put in the description below. I also wanted to thank these existing Patreons which support my efforts here on this channel. Thank you so much.